Beyond bad, fake meat and other ultra-processed vegan food linked to heart disease, early death. June 15, 2024. New research suggests that ultra-processed vegan food can increase the risk of heart disease and early death. The New York Post reports citing a new study published in the Lancet from the University of Sao Paulo and Imperial College London. Ultra-processed foods, UPFs, include packaged goods, drinks, cereals, and ready-to-eat products that contain colors, emulsifiers, flavors, and other additives, and are notoriously high in sugar, saturated fat, salt, while often being devoid of vitamins. The researchers studied the diets of more than 118,000 Brits aged 40 to 69 years old, found that while a plant-based diet promotes overall heart health, that only applies to fresh plant-based foods such as fruits and vegetables, as well as grains and legumes. Researchers found that for every 10% increase in plant-based food, the risk of death from heart disease fell by 20%. However, when the source of plant-based foods comes from UPFs, there is a 12% spike in heart disease-related deaths. According to the study's lead author, Fernanda Rauber, both the composition and processing methods of UPFs can result in higher blood pressure and cholesterol. Food additives and industrial contaminants present in these foods might cause oxidative stress and inflammation, further aggravating the risk, she said, adding, those shifting towards plant-based foods should also think about the degree of processing involved before making their choices. Co-author Esser Vamos said that ultra-processed foods have deceptive marketing portray their plant-based products as healthy. While ultra-processed foods are often marketed as healthy foods, this large study suggests that plant-based ultra-processed foods do not seem to have protective health effects and are linked to poor health outcomes, she said. The study found that replacing plant-based ultra-processed foods with whole foods, known to have important health and environmental benefits, decreased deaths from heart disease by 50% and reduced the likelihood of developing cardiovascular disease by 7%. Researchers claim that this study, published Monday in Lancet Regional Health, is the first to show that plant-based ultra-processed foods increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. Based on their findings, the authors are urging nutritional guidelines that promote plant-based diets to include a warning to avoid ultra-processed foods, New York Post. While the study highlights meat alternatives, British dietitian Dwayne Mellor pointed out that many foods that do not contain animal products, which includes biscuits, crisps, confectionery, and soft drinks, are technically plant-based, but would not be considered essential as part of the healthy diet by the majority of people. End of article. So this article is simply stating that there's an increase in heart disease and related deaths if the plant-based foods are ultra-processed foods. Alternatively, that for every 10% increase in plant-based foods, the risk of death from heart disease fell by 20%. So the key variable would be ultra-processed foods versus fresh. So interesting article and quite revealing, but it still seems quite split, in the overall community of people eating food is also probably going to be quite split or not well educated on what is the key difference.